Today's video contains a paid advertisement for Ritual vitamins. The world is almost quite literally drowning in unwanted clothes, and while I don't think you need to stop shopping altogether to become a more mindful consumer, I do believe that we all need to challenge our habits and mindsets. So what exactly are shopping habits? It's the actions and behaviors we have or develop around shopping, and when you form a set of good habits, it can potentially help you improve and refine your personal style over time. Basically, help you become a more intentional shopper and streamline your wardrobe, as well as doing the environment a favor. So let's say you have a habit of buying most new items for your wardrobe simply out of impulse. While there's nothing wrong with buying something purely because you feel drawn to it or you kind of like the aesthetic of that piece, shopping like this for the majority of the time will make it harder for you to actually style and wear what you have in your closet. The beneficial habit in this situation would have been to perhaps focus a little more on investing in functional pieces that actually fulfill your requirements, because that way you won't end up in the good old closet full of clothes but nothing to wear scenario, because you've actually made an effort to thoughtfully curate your wardrobe in alignment with your personal style, which will make getting dressed feel a lot more effortless over time. So here are 5 questions that I think you need to ask yourself before you buy more new clothes. How am I feeling right now? I recently read an article from Fashion is Psychology that the real secret to smart shopping is your emotional intelligence. Basically, this means how good you are at recognizing, reasoning, and problem solving when you're shopping. So this is an example from the article as well, but it says that you can be a dietitian or nutrition expert who knows everything about which foods are healthy and which aren't. But that doesn't mean that you never make bad decisions, because your emotional state on that particular day will have an impact on your decisions and your ability to sort of stick to the good habits. So basically, you can be a compulsive shopper while being well-versed in intentional shopping habits, because your emotions play a really big role in your choices and you might not even realize when this happens. So I'll make sure to link the article down below because it's a really interesting read. There's even a little bit of a test that you can take in that article to see how high your own emotional intelligence is. So that's why I always find it to be a good solution to pause first and foremost and reconsider your why before you buy. Check in with yourself and ask yourself how you're even doing right now. Are you buying this piece because you're bored? Are you comparing yourself to others, perhaps not feeling good enough? Are you second guessing your own sense of style? Or do you really just like the piece, and do you genuinely believe that this is going to add value to your style and your wardrobe? I talk a lot about building better style and shopping habits in general, but really good habits can be translated into all aspects of your life. To me, slow fashion is not just about clothing choices, it's also about intentional living and quality of life overall. Which brings me on to the sponsor of today's video, Ritual vitamins. As you might know, I'm currently about 4 months pregnant, and so of course I'm trying to be extra mindful about taking good care of myself at the moment. So I've had the chance to try out the essential prenatal vitamins from Ritual for a little while now, and I especially was intrigued to try this product because not only is it OB/GYN recommended, it's also the first prenatal multivitamin made traceable with clinically studied key ingredients to help support a healthy pregnancy. Ritual shares the sources and studies behind their key ingredients so you can have more peace of mind about what you're putting into your body. So this was actually the story behind the brand and the product as well, because Kat, who is the founder, couldn't find a prenatal vitamin that she trusted during her first pregnancy, so she decided to build her own, which I think is a pretty cool story. I haven't experienced any unpleasant burp backs while taking these vitamins, which I do appreciate since I've not been feeling all too well in my first trimester of my pregnancy. This has definitely made the vitamins easier for me to stomach. The ones I take are with a lemon essence, which just makes them even more enjoyable to take. They're also really gentle on the stomach, and they're formulated with a special capsule design with a delayed release, meaning they are designed to bypass the stomach and dissolve in the small intestine, which basically is an ideal place for nutrient absorption in the body. Now, Ritual is currently only available in the US, Canada, and the UK, and as you might know, I'm located in Europe, I'm in Denmark, but if you're located in any of those places, you can sign up for a subscription to Ritual so that you don't have to remember to reorder your vitamins, which is super convenient. So a huge thank you to Ritual for letting me try their vitamins and for sponsoring a portion of today's video. If this all sounds intriguing to you, you can get 25% off your first Ritual order by going to the link in my description box down below. How will I feel about this piece when it starts looking worn? Now, perhaps this question is actually the most important one to ask yourself in a shopping situation, in my opinion at least. How will you feel about this piece when it starts showing signs of wear? How about if you picture that item in the wash bin even before you buy it? Will you still love it just as much? The reason why I think this is important is because we have a general obsession with newness in our society, but truth is that nothing stays new and fresh from the box forever. And I don't think that should be a valid reason to get rid of something or to deem it outworn right away. So implementing good wardrobe care habits is super important, not only to pay the clothes that you have in your wardrobe more respect, but also to keep it in good shape for as long as possible. So I did make a video a while back with some of my favorite wardrobe care essentials and routines, and I will make sure to link that down below just in case you need a little bit of inspiration there. One of the things that you can start doing right now though is to make it a rule to not put anything back into your wardrobe unless it's clean, steamed, and ready to wear again right away. This will make getting dressed and also maximizing your wardrobe in general so much easier. Is it really a yes? Love at first sight is one thing, but will it be lasting love? That's the question. Although I do most of my shopping online, I like the idea of kind of loving the piece in the dressing room. So when you try it on, if it's not an immediate yes, both in terms of fit, fabric, color, and style, then it's probably a no. That internal gut feeling is so vital, and often you know if this is going to be a good purchase or not. While compromise does sometimes work, and sometimes what we thought would be a no can turn out to be a yes later on, it happens more frequently that you regret buying a certain piece that you didn't feel 100% sure about than not buying it anyway. Of course, there's the power of a good wish list here to help consider if this is really going to be a yes also long term. Sometimes simply by wishlisting something you're considering purchasing, it will kind of soothe the urge to buy that piece right away and will really give you time to pause and reconsider that piece. For me, I often end up removing stuff from my wish list too, which kind of just underlines the power of the wish list because it can ultimately prevent you from those regret purchases before you even buy them. Is it good quality? Now, good quality might be a relative term, but to me, there are three main factors to determine whether or not something is a good quality purchase. Consider the fabric, check the overall construction, the longevity of the design. So when it comes to fabrics, I tend to go for natural fibers for the most part, and also blends that aren't broken up in too many weird percentages. For example, there's no reason why a basic summer dress should be made in 100% polyester instead of cotton, which is not only a natural resource, but also far more breathable. So the fabric has to kind of make sense for the piece as well to be good quality, in my opinion. I also check things such as seams from the inside and out, how well the buttons are attached, how well the zippers slide, and so on, which are all factors to consider when it comes to the overall construction of the piece. Finally, when it comes to longevity of the design, it's really a matter of asking yourself again if this is a well-considered purchase. Something that can live on for several seasons within your wardrobe rather than being an impulse, trend-led purchase that you'll get bored of really quickly. Does it spark styling creativity? I feel like we often focus on how many outfit possibilities you'll have with this piece in like a shopping situation by kind of combining it with things you already have in your head before you buy it. And while I do think versatility is of course important, I don't think it should be the first question we ask ourselves, hence why I saved this for last. Having said that, of course we need to assess this too in a shopping situation. I like asking myself if I could easily be able to create 3 to 5 outfits from my wardrobe with this piece before I buy it, but I also like asking myself when and where I would actually be able to wear it and kind of picture myself in real life situations to see how mergeable this piece really is with my life. We tend to get caught up in a fantasy version of ourselves sometimes, and while it's always fun to challenge yourself and step a little bit outside of your comfort zone, there's no point in buying something that won't be functional to you and that you can't actually wear. So considering the real cost per wear before you even buy is really important. Finally, it's worth asking yourself if you already have something similar that could do it for you instead of buying that piece. My good friend and podcast co-host Elizabeth Tempo talks a lot about elements of style. And so often we don't need more new clothes, we just need more styling ideas. For example, a button-up shirt isn't just a shirt, it's a classic and sharp element. And so if that's what you're looking to add to an outfit or even to your wardrobe, consider the styling possibilities you'd have with such a piece, and if you already have something similar to that. So shop your wardrobe first and be creative is basically what I want to say here. So there you have it, guys, my top 5 shopping rules, if you will, and 5 questions I kind of like to repeat to myself in a shopping situation, or even if I'm just considering purchasing something. Again, a huge thank you to Ritual for sponsoring a portion of today's video. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me and supporting my work. Don't forget you can get 25% off Ritual by clicking the link in my description box down below. And then a huge thank you to you guys for watching. I appreciate your support as always. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more slow fashion content as well. I would love to have you here. With that, take care, and I hope to see you very soon with another video. Bye, guys.